On today's Wednesday morning drive, I babble incoherently. Hey everybody, mcribbs here, and welcome to another Wednesday morning drive, vacation edition. I got wifey in the back. I might blur her out, I don't know. We'll see what she says. I got brother mcribbs over here, who you can't see. Grandpa's there, grandma's in the back. Version 1, 2, and version 2.1 are behind me. And we are in Washington, D.C., sitting in traffic, which is awesome, because that's what I love to do. Yeah, so far it's been a pretty good vacation. We've had the Air and Space Museum and saw, like, Apollo stuff and airplane stuff and, well, air and space stuff, because that's what they have in an Air and Space Museum. And gone to the Spy Museum. My recommendation would be, it's alright. I don't know if it's worth the money. They don't let you take strollers in, which with version 2.1 kind of stunk. I never saw anything online that said they didn't let you take strollers in, so know that if you're going to try and go there. It was alright. It's probably better for kids a little bit, maybe 10, something like that, but yeah, I don't know why they didn't let you have strollers, because they totally could have. There was space. And they let wheelchairs go in, but, you know, it's very crowded and small, and they have lots of, like, rooms and little corridors that branch off. So my guess is they were trying to, like, prevent bottlenecks and traffic control, but then at the same time, they set up, like, exhibits that everyone wanted to do at the same thing. This is the weirdest thing I've seen. We've passed these cars 4 times. I swear they never passed us again, and now that... It's like the Matrix is glitching big time. I don't know if you can see out that window, but there's a minivan and a car in front of it, and we've passed the same one 3 times. The car in front, I think, is a little bit broken because they have the trunk up and he's jump-starting something. I didn't see them pass us, so I don't know how they got in front of us again, but it's really crazy. It would also suck to have your car broken on this road. We are on K Street. In DC, and we're on our way to the other Air and Space Museum. There's 2, which is awesome. This is the one that it's like 37 minutes to go for us to get there. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Udvar-hazy something center. It's got like D's and Z's and letters that I'm not used to pronouncing next to each other. But it's supposed to be a big hangar with all the big stuff. I'm pretty sure they have the Space Shuttle Discovery. They have the Enola Gay, Paul Tibbets, Colonel's ship that dropped the bomb on Hiroshima, I believe. I think it's the actual one that's in there. And that car and minivan are in front of us again. This is trippy. They teleport, and they came in front of us again. This is crazy. So yeah, it'll be fun. We're going to see a lot of big planes. We're going to see a lot of that. We also went to the museum, the newseum, which was really cool. Better than I thought it would be. I'm like, yeah, who wants to see a museum about news? Because, you know, you see the news on TV every day. But actually pretty cool, because what is news other than as I think they actually say this as a quote, so I'm going to shamelessly steal it. The news is the first draft of history. So if you have a museum about news, and the news is what happens and then becomes history, you basically have a history museum, which is really what it is, but it's all sponsored by news people, and it's kind of focused on the news, on the reporters, on the impact that the news has made and the reporting has made on the historical events, whereas a normal museum, I guess, is more focused on artifacts and, you know, the events themselves. So it was pretty cool. I think that would definitely be worth it. I would encourage that. And then the other museum we went to was the National Museum of American History. I think is its official name. It's a Smithsonian one. It was pretty cool. They have the Star-Spangled Banner, the actual Star-Spangled Banner, which is the coolest part. They have it kind of laid out in this dark room, and it's really cool. And I remember when I was younger, a lot younger, we came to DC with Grandma and Grandpa mcribbs, who are back there, you can't see, but we went, and one of the few things I actually remember is seeing the Star Spangled Banner in that museum. It was at a different display because that was years ago, but they did a really good job of it. And it's really cool, and I mean, obviously, it's a memory that sticks because that was like the only memory that stuck from that trip. Along with First Lady's dresses, and it's rather disturbing to me personally that that's kind of like the only other thing I remember from the trip years and years ago is the giant flag and the First Lady's dresses. And I don't know what that says about me, but it was kind of cool. So, those were the two things. That museum is old. It's very clearly old. It's kind of like, you know how if you go into a kitchen to any house that was built in the 70s, it has like the olive green colored refrigerators and lots of brown and all that stuff? Pretty much think this museum was from that same time period. It was very, very dated, an old building, but they're in the process of renovating it. They have some exhibits that are very clearly new and well done, and then a large part of it, I would say probably half of it, is actually closed right now. I think part of it, oh, hey, there's mcribbs version 2.1 contributing to the video. I would say a big part of it, maybe half of it, is actually closed for renovation with the parts of it. Really, cab driver? That's my lane. All right, fine. You keep going. You turn. Go. But I would say a big part of it is closed. Just it's opening in 2017, 2018, I think, for the final floor, where you can see like the ruby slippers and Archie Bunker's chair, which, you know, you can't see those right now. They do have, yeah, it's cool. They have Miss Piggy in the lobby, which was awesome, but they don't have all of those artifacts. That one is opening in 2018. I don't remember what the exhibit is that was reopening in 2017. But still, worth checking out. We skipped the American Museum of Natural History because New York has a pretty BA Museum of Natural History, and, you know, a dinosaur skeleton in New York looks kind of a lot like a dinosaur skeleton in DC, so didn't think that would be worth it. And yeah, today is the second Air and Space, so all the big planes. And then we're going to wrap it up with hitting the memorials, and probably a crazy idea, but going to drive down 2.5 hours to see Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's house. They have that. I remember that. Well, no. I remember a book stand, and I remember a bed built into the wall. So hopefully those are still there, unless Mr. Jefferson has renovated, but I really don't think he has, because he's dead. We're gonna go see that. Mount Vernon's a lot closer, but I don't know, it's kind of not as worth it. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna be heading home. So that's a trip. So far, none of you have found the mcribbs bounty to walk up to me and make my day, saying I know you from YouTube. But if you're in the udvar-hazy Center, or however you pronounce it, I'll be there all day, and I'll see you. Except this video is not going to go up till tonight, so I'll have been there all day and you'll have missed it. I'll tweet out that I'm there, and I will maybe see none of you there, but that's okay. So, hope you have a good time. Hope your vacations are as awesome as mine. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. There'll be a new lineage. There'll be a new Empyrean coming. Also been looking at playing RimWorld, which is really, really awesome. And Clobberstomp has set up a Patreon server for his Patreons to play Ark. And so let me know if you would like me to say play Ark. Not just Ark, modded Ark. A lot from like Slipgator's channel, and I think someone else. We're going to take a lot of those mods, spin them up. I don't know, I'm interested, but if you'd like to see me play that, let me know. I'll put a poll up on this video. Let me know if you would like to see me play it. If there's interest, then I'll maybe give it a go. And if you would like to play with me and with Clobberstomp, I'll talk to him and see if you Patreon support me, if I can make that a bonus to play on his server. Because there's nothing I like better than using other people's work to do stuff for you. Because that'll be awesome. Anyway, see you next time. Keep playing. Enjoy. Talk to you next week. Bye. Say bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye, everybody.